And follow the sound, please. And while you're following to the sound, just allow your body to settle down, your mind, your breathing to settle down itself. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So dear Dhamma friends, keep relax your body, your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your body. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. So take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, we're going to observe our body and allow our mind to settle down with the bodily sensation. So step by step, mentally relax your body, following my words. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows and relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip and relax your lower lip. Relax your chin and relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth, relax your tongue, and relax your mouth. Relax your throat and relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, relax all abdominal organs, relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. And release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. Now bring attention to the lower part of your body and observe the sensation or the pressure or any feelings, whatever exists there. Just get a mental note. Don't interfere with the feelings. Don't make any comments. Don't try to have any conversation yourself. Just recognize. Bring attention to your lower back. And observe very carefully and get a mental note. Just recognize any feelings, any sensation. Your upper back and shoulders. And bring attention to your arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. So be very limited to your body and observe the sensation or the feelings. And bring attention to your abdominal area. And your chest. Bring your attention to your neck and head area and observe and recognize any sensation, any feelings. And now observe your whole body as one. And bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose. So now keep your attention to the sensation and allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. And when the inhalation happens, recognize inhalation. When the exhalation happens, recognize it as a exhalation. Do nothing extra. So don't interfere with the inhalation, exhalation. Just allow it to happen naturally. Just observe how inhalation, exhalation rising and falling. Do nothing extra. If you mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation, knowing that this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalation and exhalation. Some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it. Don't try to regulate or don't try to maintain it. Just keep your attention to the change followed by the inhalation, exhalation. Bring your fully attention and experience the feelings and change happening moment by moment. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through your compound, around your village, city, state, country, around this world, to this universe, and as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding ourselves like this. So mentally repeat after me with intention. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion, beginning from your heart, forward, and visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it come to meditation, so especially it is we focusing to inside our mind and not this outside information. And when it come to inside our mind, it always need to develop the clarity. It is not sometimes when we go into meditation, some people have a kind of idea to kind of feel something out of the mind and go out of the mind. So very purpose of meditation is not go out of the mind, go into the mind. Some people, but still some people like to have a kind of like a blank experience. But in this Buddhist meditation, it will never take you to that kind of moment. Why? Because it doesn't matter you practice meditation or not. If the mind come to a blank moment, that is very dangerous in any situation for you and for others. So it always based with the self-realization, recognition who you are. So that is the main purpose. So always remember when you practice, keep that purpose to yourself and stay with that. And when it comes to that, rather than going away from you, experience something far away from you, the experience really who you are is the most important. The highest is when you're able to see your own mind before your actions. That is the one of the most important thing. Sometimes because the seeing mind means not just you see what you want, the deeper the roots from where it's come, recognizing that is the most important. Why? Because sometimes things happen in life and mostly we point out to other peoples and we trying to blame and we try to give the responsibilities to other people regarding that situation. Why sometimes we cannot see the connection within ourselves. to that incident or that environment or that situation. And then what will happen? And out of that, they develop the greed and the hatred and the delusion. So that is why once you start to see the roots within yourself, it's able to help or you to get out of that little by little. At least you know where it come from. And that is the important wisdom in ordinary life that you have to achieve. Another thing is, you have to remember, when it comes to this human life, and this life is very rare, it is very difficult to get into a human life. But when we look at the world, you see it's million, more than 7 million, the billion people in the world. And these billions people, what the point, how it is come to that, to see it is very rare, because everywhere we see, like in California, when we see this kind of, the big crowd, and sometimes people cannot see. It is very rare to get into a human being. But when we look at with the other animals, and when you deeply observe and recognize, it is just not even come to a human body. Even you come to a human body, having a healthy life is very difficult. And look at everywhere, if you have a time, just look how other people suffer. Even though they are in the human world, as we count as people, they don't have the real opportunity to perform that humanity. There are many reasons for that. But somehow one of the important thing is the freedom. When it comes to freedom, the one of the important thing that what the Buddha is established through this community of the Sangha. When it comes to Sangha, that not only the monks, not only the nuns, that whoever follow the Buddha, it's everybody included to the community of the Sangha. So when he established this community of the Sangha, one of the important thing that developed the freedom of thinking and freedom of understanding, especially when it comes to vipassana level of understanding, and the clarity that you develop, even not allow your own past or the previous thought to involving with the moment, whatever you experience. That much clarity come to you, that much freedom, inner freedom come to you. But when we look at the world, why that freedom, that understanding is important? Because when it comes to the Dharma is not a very complicated, the hidden puzzle. Dharma is very nature. It's very simple. Why then the Buddha come and tells us the very simple nature of life? Why the Buddha need to come after eons of sacrifice and practice? Why we need the Buddha to come and tell this all? Because on the way, we also come through eons. But what is the difference in between the Buddha's life and our life? So ourselves, what we does, we culture our mind, we accumulate things through the journey. We hold it to things, and ourselves with the mental views, we take things towards us and around our environment through our culture, our traditions, our religions and others, and start to put information to us, and it lose our inner freedom. Even our own self views lose our inner freedom. But the very nature of the Buddha, what he does through his samsaric journey, he reduces all the unnecessary information through the practice. But ourselves, through the practice, we accumulate. So what he does, he release everything step by step, and come to a point exactly, completely become pure and connect and become complete natural person. But ourselves, we create a lot of information, and it is bigger than the even Everest mountain. Even look ourselves, just sometimes when we think or when we talk with others, and all the information that we try to share, and everybody pouring information and gathering information, but no one go inside and recognize. So that's why we need the tranquility meditation. In tranquility meditation, it releases this all the unnecessary information, and when it comes to vipassana, it gives the complete freedom for you to see and recognize. So why, another thing, why when we look at the world even today, that we living in an information era, that in during this time period, with this all the machines and technology, information is the most important, and that's why everybody go crazy for data, and they collecting data through all these devices. And but still, when we look at the world, most of people don't have freedom to think. They cultured by their tradition, their religion, and uh, their environment. People don't see things freely themselves. And even there are a lot of books and a lot of things around us. There are a lot of people cannot read. And there are a lot of people not allow others to read. Like there are certain religions all over the world. They not allow others to read any other books even. Look where we are. And not only that, that as you know, the majority, half of the world, the population is women. So most of the women in the society not educated. Why? Because other people not allow them to become educated. And they cannot read books, and they cannot even think freely. They cannot live freely. It's everywhere happening. And it hold by somebody. And there are a lot of people who just think, if you have to think according to other person, is you kind of like half dead. That is how the world. People not allow you to think, mostly. Other people hold you through many different ways. And they want you to think what they want. And even all this power through the politics and the religions, and this even with the families, sometimes through the culture, tradition, they want to see that you have to think according to whatever they want. So then you have to look yourself, what you think sometimes, because once you get blind out of it, even you don't know that you not seeing the truth. That is how miserable. That's happening everywhere. How many people think they are practicing and meditation, and they are practicing the good religion, and without knowingly they're going wrong way? So how then we can come to a point to understand what is right or what we should do? So look yourself, are you free to think? Even in a family background, even in the society, even anywhere. Are you able to at least to maintain your life yourself? Can you even that do whatever you want in as an ordinary person? It's not a kind of like ignorance freedom in day-to-day life, just to maintain your life. How much freedom you have? And How many things and that you can just talk with others. And sometimes you have to hold, maybe you see the truth, you cannot tell. You become so silent in front of the soul. There are only very few people have that freedom to speech. And freedom of thinking, freedom of speech, what you think, what you recognize, it is very difficult to tell. Look at the world, there are a lot of people do wrong things openly, publicly. But there are people cannot tell about it. If that person tell about it, then whole other half of the community come against it. So then the fear hold them and they become silence. From the ancient time, we see this environment every day. So through the culture also the same, through the tradition also the same, and through the religion also the same. We are not free, even though we think that we living in a free world. We are in a cage. So that is the very first thing that you have to understand. Because if you understand that, slowly you start to you start to spend the time for yourself and start to work for that. In the ancient time, like Romans, they controlled the world and they didn't allow others to think. And what they did? They gave bread and wine and they built playgrounds. And people eat bread, drink wine, and watch games. And they thought life is beautiful. And no one went against Romans. The same thing today. The same thing that's why it said still that the Romans hold the world, because even though they died, their mindset is still live here like a ghost everywhere. All the law and all the people's behavior and day-to-day activities and all this road system and everything, and came out of their ideas. So still we are become debtors to that and we keep going in that way. But at the same time, the Buddha introduced this method of vipassana and going towards the self-realization. It doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your color. At least if you are 7 years old, then you are qualified for this journey. If you can just to take care of yourself, and if you can just throw a crow away by shouting and moving your hands, you are able to get into this path. But ourselves, we keep postpone, and thinking, oh, once I get retired, I'm going to do this. And once I finish this, I'm going to do this. So like that way. But remember, the freedom is a very risky journey. Getting to a freedom. It's not easy. Why? Because everybody living in a cage. And then when you try to become free, the other people afraid sometimes and they not allow you to become free. That's the mostly today the culture. Because the culture, the very responsibility of the culture is keep the truth, not the tradition. The truth should be the tradition. But today what happened? We lose the truth and we just get into the tradition and keep doing things without knowingly what it is. So then it is your responsibility to rescue this. Why? You have very limited time and you have very risky journey. So then through this way, look yourself. Are you have the freedom to think freely? Are your mind bound by different fears? And whatever you think, is it will take you to the clarity? And look yourself. If not, remember, you are not experienced the beauty of this human existence. You experience the the mirage. It's kind of like when you go uh, to the desert area, you see far away, it's like water. And you keep chasing to drink the water, but you go towards the death. The same thing happening. And when we go with the fear, and with that fear, when we start to think, we addicted to think, and it take us to more and more and more to the fear. So then yourself get out of this, and to get out of that, to look towards inside you. And that is the method of practicing meditation. It is not kind of like a take you to a different level of feelings or different level of mindset. No, you become natural. You become completely harmonized with the real nature. So that is the one of the beautiful experience that you can get. So when you are in this path, the very important thing you have to remember, get out of the comfort, because the comfort itself that hold us to the cage. So that comfort, and not once you become comfortable with something, what will happen? Slowly, little by little, the laziness going to grow inside you. When you become comfortable with in any situation, in anywhere, even practicing meditation, when you become so comfortable, and that is where the laziness going to arise, because the comfort that go with this physical. And then once the laziness arise, and then behind that laziness, there is always ignorance come. There is no laziness going to be without companionship with the ignorance. Wherever the laziness, it always, that is the very nature. It always going to be, it's same like there is no light going to be without the shadow. So when there, wherever the light, that whatever appear in front of it, you can find the shadow. So same like that, wherever the laziness, the very danger of laziness, there is a, and slowly ignorance come. That's why the education is important for all the children all the time, because otherwise that ignorance come. When the ignorance overtake the society as generations, then what will happen? So that education, it is just not only just going to school. It is not you go to a teacher and write down something and study. It's a different ways. But whatever, you have to get out of from the laziness, and doing even the very simple work. So whatever in the ancient time used to do, whatever the father do, so the son going to follow the father, and whatever the mother does, the daughter going to follow the mother. So like that, still somehow you are involving with something, get out of the laziness. So when the laziness is there, the ignorance going to be there. Once the ignorance is facilitated, settled down, the very next thing's going to come, the fear. So this is what happening. And a little by little, this all interconnected and work as one. So it is important then you slowly get out things little by little, get out of the comfort zone, and it will help you to get out of the laziness. And once the laziness disappears, get out of the ignorance. And once the ignorance disappears, it get out of the fear. But with keeping the laziness, keeping the comfort, and we cannot get out of the laziness. So that's why the most of the countries, when we look at in large scale, look at the world, lot of countries that we say poor, 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 and then certain countries and pouring money on that countries, but still that countries doesn't work. And there are some countries more than that, whatever the money they have, they put into some other countries, and but still that country is still the poor, because that comfort bring the laziness and the fear and the ignorance. So even in a personally ourselves, when we practice meditation, the same thing. And even in a family, the same thing. Even in a village or the country, the same thing. That's the very nature of life. So then as a human, remember, the very first thing, get out of the comfort. Always, every day. Don't have an intention, because we have desire to settle down with the laziness. So get out of that laziness. And that will help you to slowly get out of the, the comfort and the fear and the ignorance. Once you start with the one things to take out and other things going to slow down. But once you start to facilitate to one, then other things going to be around you. So every day, so whatever you do, always remember in yourself to take care of your life before you die in this very human life. The most important thing is that you have as a gift is this human mind and your awareness. So don't allow it to depend from something, or don't allow any tradition to, or any religions to, any believing, any culture to overtake your human life. So keep that inner freedom. Then you will see that how difficult it is. Because always there's something, somebody, it's always some ideas try to overtake that. That's why the Buddha come to this world and allow that teach us to find the freedom. So then yourself appreciate who you are and appreciate your moment, and always look and go towards inner freedom. And remember the barriers that whatever come, it is coming from inside, and it start with the comfort, and then that comfort brings the laziness, and that comfort bring the fear, and that comfort bring the ignorance. So these things go again and again and again. If you are able to take out this one thing, that other all three things going to fall down. So practicing meditation in day-to-day life, doing all other activities is also the same. Like try to slowly divert towards your inner freedom, and then you will see little by little, you start to go towards that. So there was a priest, and he always had the great devotion, conviction towards the God. And every day without missing any, he do his puja, and he completely devoted and thinking one day the God will appear and take care of him. So then what happened? Suddenly there was a flood happened. So all the students came to him and told, teacher, let's go. Don't stay here. This is going to become very difficult. Teacher told, oh, who you are to tell me to leave the temple? You are my student. So stay away from me. I am waiting for the God, because all my life I devoted to the God. And he should come and tell. If he tell me, then I leave. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. And then somehow the flood came, and then The rescue people come through with the boats and try to find people, and they saw this priest in the temple and holding to the god and waiting there. These people went and told, Master, let's go, let's go. And so the master told, who you are? You are my devotees. I used to preach for you. You cannot command me and you cannot tell what I should do. So because my whole life I sacrifice for the God, I listen only to the God. If the God appear and tell something, then I will. Otherwise, I'm not going to do because God is going to take care of me. And then they left. Then somehow the water level raised little by little, little by little. He couldn't he stay inside. And then he jumped to the roof. Now he on the top of the roof and wait. And the flood become more dangerous. And then the helicopter came, rescue people, and then still, and they were trying to tell, please get into this cable and we're going to take you. And then he told, no, you are strangers. I don't know you people. And you cannot command me. I am the priest. So if I my whole life I devoted to the God. If the God appear and tell me, I will do, otherwise forget about. So then what happened? They start to went away and forget about the priest. So somehow the water level went high and the whole the temple destroyed by the water. And he hold it to a piece of wood and going somehow. Then after a while, suddenly he wake up. When he wake up, he thought he's in the heaven, because while he holding the piece of wood, he became unconscious. And now he wake up, he thought he's in the heaven because he had so much faith towards the God. And then when he slightly opened his eyes, he saw the angels around him moving and somebody going here and there and talking and try to help him. And some people bring the towels and try to clean him. Some people bring the hot water. So he was so happy, thinking, oh, I'm in the heaven. Angels took me to heaven and take care of me. And little by little, he became conscious and now he can see very clearly and he looked around. And then he saw he's in a rescue camp and all the people try to help him. So, in that time he understood there is no heaven than this earth, and there is no better gods or the angels than these human beings. So remember yourself and around you always try to see the angels living in this human body, and also yourself. Remember you are a part of it, and be like and do like a God and do like a angel, and then you will see there is no better place than this heaven, this earth. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.